please subscribe. The Honda Civic is in a category in advance of its compact vehicle competitors, most of that are reasonably priced to make and reasonably priced to buy. The Civic, even though, is a grown-up's vehicle priced so even a graduate scholar can come up with the money for one. From its sharp layout to its refined powertrain to its amusing dealing with, it aspires to be greater than simply A to B transportation, and largely succeeds. Break-up personality. I don't anticipate compact automobiles to be truly fun to pressure, so it's pleasantly unexpected the Civic is. The stability Honda has struck among a cozy experience and tasty coping with is good and feels almost German in comparison to the primary driving dynamics of a compact competitor like the Toyota Corolla. A grandma can be as comfortable riding the Civic as her grandson could be impressed with the aid of its coping with. Powertrain Plus. The Honda Civic I tested turned into a top trim level traveling model that comes with an optionally available turbocharged 1.5-liter inline-four-cylinder engine producing 174 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque, mated to a continuously variable transmission. What, a CVT in the Pro column? Honda did a remarkable process growing a powertrain from these two components that's effective, subtle, and green, extra so in every case than almost every competitor. The engine produces little vibration and sounds like it's 3 vehicles away, while the CVT slightly makes its presence known. It's quiet, unobtrusive, and effects inactual advantages on the pump. Impressive MPG. The Civic's gasoline economic system ratings are superlative, besting even specifically ready eco-fashions from other brands like the Hyundai Elantra Eco and Toyota Corolla Eco. And even though this tester has the more powerful of 2 engines presented, the opposite being a obviously aspirated 2.0-liter generating 158 horsepower you get in the first 2 trim degrees, it finishes up returning even higher gasoline economy. In spite of generating 174 horsepower, 16 more than the 2.0-liter, the rapid 1.5-liter is rated at 36 miles in step with gallon combined versus 32 for the less effective engine. Even that unique Eco Edition Elantra and Corolla control handiest 35 and 34 miles per gallon, respectively. Let it stretch its legs at the motorway, and the Civic may even take you beyond 40 miles per gallon. Daring design. For me, Honda has been inconsistent with its current designs, inclusive of different versions of the Civic. A few had been hits and a few have been misses. The Civic Sedan's shape, however, rings a bell in my memory of elegant 4-door coupes just like the Audi A7 and Volkswagen CC. Some other signal that the Civic truly has grown up. Infotainment trouble. Honda's infotainment systems are a problem during its complete lineup. Despite how excellent the Civic is in any other case, it's no exception in this region. The system's snapshot's appearance no better than a $100 transportable navigation gadget you'd get at Nice Buy. Its menu shape adds extra steps to every characteristic, and the worst sin of all, there's no bodily quantity button. The contact touchy volume slider next to the 7-inch display at the middle console is possibly the most infuriating input mechanism I've ever utilized in an automobile. Neglect approximately it completely and use the bodily controls at the steerage wheel. At the least you get Apple CarPlay and Android Automobile. Too low to go. The hip factor on the Civic is very low, meaning you sit closer to the floor. This makes getting into and exiting the Civic more hard, mainly for older people, for whom losing into a car and climbing out of one may be each hard and perilous. Even as many different compact automobiles have grown in peak and raised their hip points over time, the Civic stubbornly stays low. The modern era is without a doubt lower in peak than the last one, and as compared to pinnacle-selling compact automobiles just like the Toyota Corolla, Nissan Sentra, and Ford Consciousness, its peak of 55.7 inches is decreased with the aid of as a minimum 2 inches. Rear headroom. I like the Civic's layout from the outdoor, but its four-door coupe shape compromises area at the inside, especially rear headroom. So one can suit normal-sized people lower back there. Honda positioned the seat cushions low and canted them lower back even as also carving area out of the roof for heads to match. Even then, at 5 foot, 9 inches, I nevertheless manipulate to graze the ceiling. Please subscribe.